Welcome to this introduction to chemical bonding. Chemical bonding is one of the most fundamental concepts in chemistry. It explains how atoms join together to form all the matter we see around us. From the water we drink to the air we breathe, everything exists because atoms bond with each other. Understanding chemical bonding helps us understand the world at a molecular level. So why do atoms bond with each other? This is the central question we need to answer. Atoms are perfectly fine on their own, so what drives them to join forces with other atoms? The answer lies in something called stability. Atoms are constantly seeking a more stable state, and bonding with other atoms is how they achieve this stability. Atoms bond to achieve a stable electron configuration. Think of it this way: atoms want to be in their most comfortable, lowest energy state. The electrons in the outermost shell, called valence electrons, play a crucial role in this. When atoms have a full outer shell of electrons, they become stable and less reactive. Bonding allows atoms to reach this stable configuration. This brings us to the Octet Rule, which is a key principle in chemistry. The Octet Rule states that atoms want 8 electrons in their outer shell. Why 8? Because noble gases like helium, neon, and argon have 8 electrons in their outer shell, and they are extremely stable and unreactive. Other atoms try to mimic this stable configuration by gaining, losing, or sharing electrons through bonding. There are 3 main types of chemical bonds that atoms use to achieve stability. The first is ionic bonding, where atoms transfer electrons from one to another. The second is covalent bonding, where atoms share electrons between them. And the third is metallic bonding, where electrons move freely in a sea of electrons among metal atoms. Each type of bonding creates different properties in the substances formed. Let's look at ionic bonding first. In ionic bonding, one atom gives up electrons while another atom receives them. For example, sodium gives 1 electron to chlorine, forming sodium chloride, which is common table salt. When sodium loses an electron, it becomes a positively charged ion. When chlorine gains an electron, it becomes a negatively charged ion. These oppositely charged ions attract each other strongly, forming an ionic bond. Covalent bonding works differently. Instead of transferring electrons, atoms share electrons between them. A simple example is 2 hydrogen atoms bonding to form hydrogen gas. Each hydrogen atom has 1 electron, but they both want 2 electrons to be stable. By sharing their electrons, both atoms get access to 2 electrons and achieve stability. Covalent bonds are common in molecules like water, carbon dioxide, and oxygen gas. The third type is metallic bonding, which occurs in metals. In metallic bonding, electrons are not stuck with any particular atom. Instead, they move freely between metal atoms in what we call a sea of electrons. This is why metals like copper, iron, and gold conduct electricity so well. The free-moving electrons can carry electric current. This type of bonding also gives metals their characteristic properties like malleability and shininess. Understanding chemical bonding is incredibly important for several reasons. First, bonding determines the properties of substances. Whether something is hard or soft, conductive or insulating, depends on how its atoms are bonded. Second, bonding explains chemical reactions. When substances react, bonds break and new bonds form. Finally, bonding is the foundation of all matter around us. Everything in the universe is held together by chemical bonds. Chemical bonding truly is the force that holds our world together. Without chemical bonds, atoms would exist in isolation, and nothing we know would exist. From the simplest molecules to complex biological structures, everything relies on the ability of atoms to bond with each other. As you continue studying chemistry, you'll discover how these bonds create the incredible diversity of materials and substances in our universe.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.